With a massive setback for the centre ahead of elections, the Supreme Court has stayed the fact-check unit. Now, this comes a day after the centre notified the Press Information Bureau's fact-check unit as the centre's fact-check unit. Now, in its order, the top court has said that there are core values of freedom of speech and expression that are at stake here. Now, it has further chided the centre, saying that they should have waited for the Bombay High Court order. Remember, a division bench of the Bombay High Court had delivered a split verdict in the case. However, the third judge to whom the matter was referred to had refused to stay the IT rules amendment which allowed the formation of the fact-check unit. Now, the centre plea was filed by key petitioners like Kunal Kamra and the Editors Guild of India. The petitioners have also argued that the FCU, which is the fact-check unit, will cause a chilling effect on the freedom of speech and expression, and it will also create a regime of self-interested censorship. Now, there are also concerns over safeguards for a user against the takedown of content. Now, the petitioners also argue that the rules are broad in its sweep and would operate to muzzle speech against the central government. So this is clearly the politics that is now playing out over the fact-check unit. This was the government, of course, that came out and, in fact, did announce the formation of the fact-check unit. And the Supreme Court has now said that this entire issue deals with the core values of freedom of speech and expression, which, of course, means that there is a lot at stake for a decision to be made so quickly. Now, this is the fact-check unit that has been set up by the central government, and the petitioners clearly pointed to the fact that the government could potentially use this fact-check unit to muzzle or to bring down any content which is against it or it's questioning its regimes. In fact, the petitioners have argued that the fact-check unit will in fact have a chilling effect on the freedom of speech and expression in the country, and it will also create a regime of self-interested censorship. So a lot at stake is what the Supreme Court says when it comes to this particular unit. And this is again a massive setback for the centre just ahead of elections. The Supreme Court, of course, staying the fact-check unit that had been formed by the central government. Harish joins us live on the broadcast to get us more information on this. Harish, this is, of course, a big setback for the centre. We were talking about how the fact-check unit, which has been formed, was inviting a lot of scrutiny from various quarters as well. And now it's the Supreme Court that has said that core values of freedom of speech and expression are also at stake with this particular unit.
Yes, that's right, Shish. In fact, a big setback for the centre as a day after it had the Electronics and IT Ministry had notified the fact-check unit. The Supreme Court has gone ahead and stayed. The basic reason is that the Supreme Court noted that the government had given an assurance in the Bombay High Court, where the matter is pending, that in last year, April, that till the matter is finally adjudicated, it will not notify it and will wait for the final judgment of the Bombay High Court. But the centre went ahead and notified the fact-check unit after, in fact, after a split verdict in the Bombay High Court, a third judge had ruled in favor of the centre and refused to stay bringing out of a notification, and that is why the government, but right. The Supreme Court, as you rightly said that very significant principles are enshrined in this whole petition, like freedom of speech and expression, and therefore this matter we should leave it for final adjudication by the Bombay High Court.
Right.
And we are not expressing any opinion on the merits of the matter, but the fact of the things, we are staying this notification. Back to you.